Happy Tuesday, everybody. It's Chris Denman live in St. Louis. B-Phlat in Philadelphia. You know I'm joined by Key live at Midcoast Media, the official Midcoast Media dance team. Does that include Grace tonight? Yes, it does. Grace and Key dancing it out tonight. Tighten it up with B-Phlat. Some DIY. Home goods. Maybe a little smoke. Maybe a flash. We'll see what happens. You're tuned in to Tighten Up Tuesday. B-Phlat's dancing already. It's time to party, everybody. Get those CashApps ready. Glass of wine. It's going to be a good time. Thank you, Grace. Thank you, Key. B, you're moving well. Keep it going. It's 9 Eastern, and we were rocking.
It's old school.
It's time to go. Let's party.
It's old school, Chris. When you take your shirt and you put it between your legs like this, and you go. Oh, so you can go down.
Why is that old school? And thanks to Sounds of Noel, obviously, for the great music to intro and throughout. You can follow her at Sounds of Noel. That's right. Why is that old school? Please educate me.
I used to always see my parents like at parties when they would play like the certain Marvin Gaye songs. So like if my, back in the day, women wore the ponchos, and they used to have like the little poncho shawls.
Oh yeah,
and they would down in the front, but it would interrupt the dancing. So if you're having a party, you got all this stuff, they would wrap it up and they'd be like, "Oh, wait a minute,
hello."
Yeah, so they could break it down. That's how they was breaking it down when they put the shirt, the shawl, the skirt. It could be a dress going in the middle.
Okay.
That's old.
Now I know. Now the next time I'm wearing a flowing gown, I'll be able to dance old school.
Yes, you will.
Thank you for that.
We have an event coming up in September that you will be ripe. There you go. Intersection music.
Music at the intersection. Yeah,
that's the intersection. Chris.
You think you'll be here for that?
I'll definitely be there for that.
You damn right. Mm-hmm.
I will be. I'm going to be in there like a booty hair.
Hey, now.
I told you, Chris.
Thank you for that. Okay. Well, we've got a bunch of people in the chat already. It's going to be a great show. I can tell. What's that?
I said, that's what's up.
Mafia Man. Now, B has encouraged me to read more negative comments. I tell her there's not.
What Mafia Man say? I want to hear it. What Mafia Man say?
Why is it a Mafia Man? Mafia Man with the Italian flag as his header. Chris is so white. I'm sorry. Would you prefer I play the part of a gentleman who doesn't realize he's white? Is that what you're looking for, Mafia Man? Because we can do that.
Maybe. I thought maybe he was talking about your skin.
Oh, maybe physically, like yes. Yeah, that I couldn't argue. I am quite powdery. I'll give him that.
Maybe I'm saying that. Maybe I'm saying you need a tan.
I'm saying I do too. I've been going to the park. It's just it's cloudy. It's like rainy today.
Chris, they got the lotion. Get you some of that Jergens.
Self-tanner.
It's 3 days. Right. Start putting it on gradually. Put it on your face and neck.
Maybe that'll be a bit. Maybe on a Tighten Up Tuesday, I'll say, all right, I've been doing self-tanner for a week. Chicago in the house, Cleveland in the house, all kinds of folks tuned in. Let's jump right into it, B. What do you have? Get us going.
Well, Chris, I always like to show love to all my Picassos and those that are joining us that are new. I'd like to say welcome to Tighten Up Tuesdays, where we flip shit and make it fly.
You sure do.
Where I want to come and flip your shit and make it fly.
What was that phone
That's going to be on the back of my shirt. That's going to be on the back of all of my my Picasso shirts in invisible ink. That'll be my marketing tag.
What's
and if
it
you
say?
buy the special glasses and the back of the shirt, when you see it, it'll say, "Let me come and flip your shit and make it fly," and then put $signs underneath.
Okay.
But you can only read it. It's that weed, Chris. I be smoking. I be coming up with crazy shit.
I think let's expand on this. Like, what else?
I think that would be kind of dope if I had a shirt like that where on the front we have, Quincy's, the mayor, his logo, and on the back it had a dope print, but you couldn't see it unless you had the glasses. You bought the glasses that came with it or whatever, and you tell people put them on, like read this shirt, and on the back of it, when you put the glasses on to say, let me come and flip your shit and make it fly. And then put all these dollar signs underneath.
And then like your signature at the bottom, like it's a letter from you.
Exactly. Or like
Okay.
Cash App, dollar sign, and a handprint.
Just like.
I now get Ant to design my handprint.
Oh, shout out to Ant.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's the weed. I just came up with that, Chris.
Okay.
So anyway.
All right, let's do it.
Whoa, I'm about to fall off the chair.
Please don't.
I was about to fall off the
Please
chair.
don't fall.
Well, I'm sitting on this so that I can, I'm so short and my legs are swinging. That's fucked up. I feel like one of the little rascals at the kitchen table. My legs are literally swinging because I'm so short. So I'm trying to balance. My toes are like, I feel like a ballerina because I can point my toes down and touch the yoga mat down here. Whatever these mats are that Dennis gave me. But yeah, that's why I almost fell off this shit. Because I'm free falling.
You're like the coolest used car lot noodle floating.
Oh, Chris. When you said that just blew my high.
Better get it some more. We'll get some comments while B fixes that. Monica says, hey to B and
I
Chris.
just fixed it.
Flavion says, love the new look, B.
Oh, thank you. This
Okay.
is called, I've been working on 1,000 DIY projects, bringing things together. I still have paint under my fingernails, so I didn't have time to do my hair. It was either hair or shower.
I think you
So
did
I opted
great.
for a shower since it's been 2 days.
Okay. There she is,
Yeah.
everybody, and welcome to the show.
That's on the real. They think they're getting it on the real. This is the real.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, now you know. B's fresh and clean just for you all.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I am. Chris, guess what?
Mafia Man says B looks like she rolled out of the Met Gala. That's a nice compliment, I think.
Oh, yes, that is. And oh, shit. And on that note, since he said that, I just feel like, dancing for Natalie. Oh, and Miguel.
If you want to make B dance, you can cash app her $ B-Phlat. She'll shout you out. She'll do a gala walk. Maybe she'll even dance old school for you. Show them how to dance old school, B.
Oh, you don't want no old school. Hit him with the tilt. Oh.
And we're off.
Pac-Man. Let me see the footwork.
Okay. Go ahead. Look at him go. Those feet are moving.
Pac-Man. Chris, you don't remember that. That was 8th grade.
8th grade, you did the Pac-Man.
That was that dance out when that song was out. Thank you, Grace. All right, let me balance myself. I'm going to have to get myself together on this stool. I got a couple shout outs. I always got some shout outs, Chris.
Please.
Well, first of all, I definitely have to give a shout out to Quincy and Sophia and everyone, of course, all of our t-shirt design winners. I got everybody their release. I'm waiting for them to come back. Shout out to Brandon who sent his back first. The quicker we get these releases back, the quicker we can go ahead and start, getting these designs uploaded and ready to print. What I am going to do is, and Chris, I just thought I'd throw this on you because my wonderful assistant, Daphne. Shout out to Daphne.
Shout out to Daphne.
As we have our weekly meetings, which is like twice a week, which is great.
Probably short to the point, just a couple bullet points, right? Just short to the point.
Oh, always 2 to 3 hours.
Exactly.
So anyway, she came up with a great suggestion in terms of the design work that goes for the We Flip It and Make It Fly. So what I'm going to do, thank you, Daphne, is put up 3 designs next week and we can do a poll. Because I want people to know this is going to be like the permanent way that you will see We Flip It and Make It Fly displayed on the shirt.
Yeah.
So once it's picked. So I'm going to come up. I have one down pat already that I like. But just because I like it doesn't mean everybody else likes it. And remember, this is the people's show, like the people's court, Chris.
Why is it like the people's court? It couldn't be like...
We got the Picasso bailiffs shutting it down. We got a mayor. What else you need?
That's it. I think
established
we're
a little
officially
city.
we're in a court of
This
law.
is like a little mini democracy city in and of itself.
A fiefdom.
Right. I'm the president.
Okay.
Chris, you're the sergeant at arms.
Oh, okay, great. I'm the first.
that.
Am I the first to die? Do I have to lead into battle?
Chris, all the sacrifices black people made for this country, you can be the sergeant at arms.
So I wash
I'm
away.
just letting you know.
I wash away the sins. I wash away the sins. Okay, got it.
All I'm saying is, you can interpret it how you want to interpret it, but I'm making you. See, I was making you the sergeant at arms because you a heavy hitter, Chris. You got that height. You get the bailiff stuff. You read the comments.
Okay. Yeah, that's right.
So you keep that in order, and then the bailiff shut it down. So anyway,
Mindful J likes the outfit.
Oh, thank you. All yoga clothes and gym stuff that I be throwing on.
Okay.
And every time I clear my throat and I feel so much better. No allergies bother me. I always have to give a shout out to Jamie because with her money, I bought 8 packs of Halls.
That's official show. That's official show budget. I mean,
Well,
you got to talk.
Like,
you got to be able to talk. You got to be able to talk.
To the corner store to get Halls. So I just went there and just bought 8 packs.
I know what you're
Jamie,
doing.
shout out to Richmond. Because I was like, I need them all the time. Even when I go to my comedy shows, they're very soothing.
I'm on to you. You are doing the modern day version of what your grandmother used to do in the basement of her house, where she would create her own market. That's what you're doing.
Exactly.
You got Halls for sale. Got it.
So anyway, I just had to give a quick shout out to Jamie for the Halls. So every time, I'm not going to clear my throat, hopefully much more, but unless I'm smoking.
So be prepared for 12 to 14 more coughs.
Let me see. Now, I have to give, let me see who I rate. Oh, definitely. I want to give a couple Cash App shout outs. I have to give a Cash App shout out to Mariah. Gave me a late happy birthday gift. It was from Tasha. And I was like, thank you. I appreciate that. And a shout out to Beverly Vaughn, namesake. Old school Chris. She sent the Cash App in the mail. It was in 5 envelopes. I'm exaggerating. 3, 4. Oh, the packing. And then I opened up the envelope. And then I opened up another envelope. I said, oh, this is my grandma. I already knew what it was. When you put an envelope inside an envelope inside of an envelope inside of an envelope, you know it's money in there.
That's right.
And
not just a card.
Nice little note. Yeah, basically about how she don't really do all of that. And
that's nice.
Old school. I love that. And yeah, but she probably put something around it where you can't see through it at the mail, at the post office.
Up to something.
Old school people, they know tricks to getting stuff through the mail.
They do.
Let me tell you something. Them scanning weed and marijuana through the mail is not new. They've been doing it since the 70s.
I like that.
I know people that used to do stuff like that, and they used to have to wrap it a certain way so it wouldn't smell a certain way. So they probably do that with the money. Like, I got something for the scanner. They ain't gonna see these dollars.
Let's do an illegal shipping episode next week.
Oh, why not? We need to get somebody on from the post office.
Right. Yeah. Careful now. B sat in on Two Funny Mamas last week, and there were some cross opinions about your post office opinions. Quick shout out your connection. We're losing your picture.
No.
Yep. I don't know if Dennis is watching.
Is it a storm?
Now, last time
I'm on the Wi-Fi.
Now you're on the Wi-Fi?
I'm not on the Wi-Fi. I'm sorry. I'm on the Ethernet cable. No Wi-Fi.
Now, the last time this happened, you blamed it on me, and then we found out that there was a nor'easter outside.
I'm getting ready to check the weather. Ain't no storms.
Did you pay your bill?
Always.
I just asked you the
It's
questions you
supposed
asked
to
me.
rain tomorrow. I don't know why it's acting up. Now,
Now you're clearing up.
do you think it's my... Okay, let me say
I
this.
think Dennis is playing PlayStation, watching Netflix, and downloading a 4-hour movie. I don't actually
And
think that. And you're back.
you could be right. But do you think I should text him and ask him, because he's upstairs?
I think let's just roll
Where
with
the
it. Let's
actual...
take advantage of this clarity, and let's roll on.
Because I could text and say, are you, on
You
that
can.
stuff?
If
Is
you think that's
internet...
part of it, I'll read some comments while you take care of that.
Okay, well, while you doing that, I'm going to be doing this.
Sick in the Head says, what did Sick in the Head say? Something about New Orleans, maybe? Cali Girl, I'm young, but old school too. That's what we like here. We like the old school heart.
On devices upstairs. It's so
CT needs rest, but can't stop watching. Mute her, will you, Grace? Or while she's talking. Never mind. She was just doing a voice thing. Nella is laughing. Kanisha saying, hey. Evening, everyone, from Sonia. Sup, Chris. Sup, Sonia. Loretta.
I blame that on you, Chris.
Loretta's always looking. Loretta's always looking to say hi. Burra says it's clear for us.
Okay. Maybe it might be your thing, Chris.
Certainly isn't. Nice try. Jamie Jones, Chris, take off that damn blazer, please. You know what? I'm going to wear 2 blazers next week.
Why is that blazer bothering Jamie? She's something else.
Yeah,
I have one more CashApp. Shout out when
Mary,
we're done with that.
I'm getting the Mary says stormy on the East Coast. Kanisha, thunderstorms. Other people saying thunderstorms coming there. Yeah, okay. Well,
yeah.
We'll see what's
happening.
It's
cloudy out, but it's not raining or anything yet.
Well, you're clear now, so let's party.
All right. Well, let me see what my husband said. I told him that you told me to do that.
Have you ever, once in your life, not thrown someone under the bus?
All the time. I told you, Chris, if I go to jail, I'm telling on everybody.
Everybody. It's not even close. Yeah.
Did you just hear me tell that? When was I talking about when my neighbor had got that chain?
I don't know.
Oh, I was somebody. Oh, and I was so mad that we went all the way up there to get it, and I was going to go get it back. And she was like, I put it in my pocket. And I was like, it's only 40 cents.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, you got to tell me about stuff like that. You can't just... Because I'd be like,
yeah.
What happened to those pills that you said you were going to pay for? I'll be at the counter like this. So
you know what? I was almost just, as a kid, I was almost just as bad. Chris is too professional, is hilarious. Josephina, is B going to smoke? Feeling lonely over here. Josephina already started. B's been smoking.
What?
Been smoking. Yeah, that's right.
I'll say this. To the party.
About the thieving, as a kid, when you like ride your bike into town and you go to like a convenience store, if I knew there was a kid with us that would even have a chance of stealing, I would not go in until they came back out. I would have been an easy, like that could have been an easy tell. Be like, why is that one over there look nervous?
I told you I would drop my girlfriends off at the gas station so they could go to the mall. They'd have to cross Crestwood. Not Crestwood. No, because it's the Galleria. What's that big street out in front of the Galleria? Brentwood.
Brentwood Boulevard.
They have to cross Brentwood. You ain't gonna have my car. No cameras will see the blue ride at the mall.
There it is.
Picking up nobody with hot stuff. I'm the only one in this car with hot stuff. So anyway, I'm the Donna Summers in this car. I am not picking up nobody in front of where y'all picking up hot stuff.
That's
not
right.
at all.
That's right. All right.
So anyway,
what do we have?
Quick shout out to Lori. Lori's Cash Apped me for a drill, and I want Lori to. And I appreciate that. I'm putting that towards my nail gun, because I'm getting me a nail gun. Remember when Mark was on the show that did the woodworking, and I was asking him about nail guns?
Yeah.
So I looked up the one I'm going to get, and I'm getting it because I'm getting ready to start working on my bedroom.
Beautiful
headboard design that I'm going to start doing as a flip once I finish Tyena's flip in Orlando. Then I'm working on my own thing. And
when is that?
Probably like the end of May, June. Actually, we'll be speaking about it this weekend. But we're setting it up for like possibly the end. She sent me her dates. I have them on my calendar when she's not available. She has like a family event to go to. And I still have to revamp some stuff and move some things around. But yeah, it's coming up soon. So I'm definitely going to set the date this weekend.
Exciting times.
So there you have it.
Heading to beautiful Orlando.
And guess what I'm having? You already know I'm having Flash.
Look at that. Grace knew. Buyjack.com/B-Phlat. If you want to get your flash rag, they'll get sent out. And made right here in St. Louis. Sent out tomorrow.
All my Picassos. When you buy your flash rags and you take your pictures, I love that you display them. But also show me how you use them. I don't care how you using the flash rag. You could be cleaning shoes, wiping them down the countertops in the kitchen. Get the rags.
Okay.
That's why they call rags. Because once they get worn out like this, look at this, Chris. You can't even hardly see the letters on here. I done wore this out.
You've been putting it to work.
Oh, I've hand washed this 3 times at the hotels on the road to wash the makeup out for like the next day so I can have like
something.
Or I'll be like, I got to take my rags so I can have them on stage. That's why I need to order myself a few more sets so I don't have to keep washing them out. Because it'd be mad makeup in the, they leave that ring in the sink at the hotel.
I don't.
And you know me, I clean up. So I clean up my shit. So anyway, I done wore these out. I done washed them with shampoo, bar soap,
coffee grounds, tea extract.
Oh, yeah. So I'm gonna have to order me some because I'll probably they're gonna get so bad. I'm probably gonna end up using this as like a towel down here to do my projects with.
Right.
Because I done faded this out, Chris. Now the red one's still popping.
Okay.
And the other pink ones, but this blue one, I use this.
That was blue?
Exactly. Now it's almost gray. The color is
because you used it a bunch. Nice. Okay.
I used it a bunch. So there you have it. All right. So yes, please send photos of how you're using the flash rags. I would
Wait a
love
minute.
to see that. And I'm not gonna be offended because you spent your money. Shit is your rag.
How about this? Exactly. Yeah, you'd use it however you want. So number one, let's get this up. Let's get to 500 people watching. We're at like 365 right now. So let's
we gotta get
share the stream. Yeah, we need to get some more people on here. Unless this is an imposter, we have the great Flame Monroe saying hello in the live chat.
I love Flame.
Flame.
Hey, Flame.
We need to get Flame. Why am I on here? Flame's available. Let's get Flame to sit in.
I know that's right. I love Flame.
Oh, hilarious. Absolutely.
Well,
I've heard so many.
Guess what I got? Guess what I got?
What?
I feel like a producer. I'm just working all kind of shit. Working the phone for the cat.
B Diddy.
Look at this.
Oh, is that like right on a iPad pen?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, I don't know who sent this to me. It was an anonymous
Someone sent it to you?
Yes, in my
nice.
P.O. box. And they sent a nice little note, and it said, I know you're being frugal, but you need this, step up from a finger.
Now, you sure this is...
I picked it up. So I was like, I can use it on my iPad.
Okay, got it.
My job. So
beautiful.
To my anonymous Picasso empath, I'll call them that. My Picasso empath.
This must be a good strand you got tonight.
I'm just saying. I like this shit because I sure wasn't gonna buy it. Now when I'm balling on the budget broke.
That's right. That's very kind.
Chris, yes, it was very kind. And I'm using my lighter that Lynn got me for my birthday.
Well, while you do that, we'll say, obviously, hey to Flame. Flame Monroe, let's get you on here. I don't need to be on this thing. Jamila says Flame is wonderful. Quincy saying, hey, fam. Jeannie Gonzalez loves Flame. Nella says, come on in, Flame.
I know that's right.
Shout out to Carletta. Hey, Flame, says Carletta.
I'm wearing this because of Carletta.
Sean Allen says, hey, Flame. Oh, that's right. Carletta was wearing one of those on your
Yes.
On your beef and
I
bake.
figured out how to wrap it so tight and thick and nice.
Yeah,
I probably could sleep in it. It's not gonna come off. So this was my Carletta.
What do you call that with a baby? You swaddle them, like you wrap them in a blanket and they're like fall asleep.
I don't
Just like that
know
too.
nothing about no babies. I don't know nothing about no babies.
Okay.
You want to hear a crazy swaddling story?
I thought you didn't know anything about that.
Well, I know what it is, but I don't have babies. The funny thing is, when my nephew was like 1, maybe a little less than 1, I took him to this soccer thing, and my sister gave me this big ass stroller with this contraption shit. You had to fold it down.
Trapdoors.
You know what I went? I went to Gymboree and bought one of them shits. You put the baby on the front and the legs kick out. It was like $90. When I came back, the baby was on the front. We was kicking it at the soccer game. She was like, "Where you get that from?" I said, "Girl, I ain't know I do that motherfucking baby stroller shit." That motherfucker was in the trunk. When I got it out, Chris, I didn't know how to get the thing out and do the baby. I was like, "Now where am I supposed to put the baby while I'm trying to get the stroller and shit together?"
So I put the baby on top of the car.
What? I ain't think about that. I said, "You know what? I'm going to get one of them shits at Gymboree." And I put it on my card. And we went to the game. Stress free.
Did you return it after the game?
My sister did. She was so upset that
I used one. Oh,
it was only like he took it back the next day.
Yeah, after it was peed and sweated on.
No, he didn't do all that. I just had him on the front, like at the game and stuff, and brought him home. And she was like, "I'm taking that motherfucker back. I can't believe you bought that shit. You just spent money." I was like, "No, I did not know what to do with that thing. I didn't know what to do with the baby. Like where I was gonna put the baby."
You improvised.
I'm thinking like if I leave the baby in the car seat while I'm trying to do that shit, what if the door closed and then the baby get locked in? I was like, I was like already high. I was like, "Oh, this is gonna blow my high."
Let cut it off.
Drive. Yeah, I'm already high driving the baby. Let me just go get this where I'm mellow and not worry about it and focus on driving.
Yes.
And the safety of the baby. That's all I was worried about. So anyway, I'm a mess. I digress, Chris.
Beautiful.
Jamie, because I'm soaking. And
beautiful soul wants a head wrap demo.
And this for Laura H. Ooh, you see the H right there?
How do you H it?
That's for Hill. Wait a minute. Hill and Sean and Kathy. Ow, I feel like a K.
Okay.
Is that a K?
Yep. Give us an A.
Now I feel like
do an A. Do an A. T-H-Y. If it's spelled that way or not, it's spelled that way now.
I'm a mess.
Oh, crazy, man.
Let me go ahead and read Maya's card really quick.
I was going to say.
And Chris, feel free to read any DIY comments if anybody has any, if they have any questions, if you come across any.
I'd love that.
I know that you like most of the questions to be about you and your yellow pants.
First of all.
But I am trying to get a show.
Of all.
People to subscribe, follow, all that great stuff that they're supposed to do and share. And when they watch, I want to hear if, they may catch an episode.
It would be nice. Question. It would be nice if we got some DIY questions. So.
Oh, okay. Well, if we get any, just let me know.
So if you're keeping tally at home, it either needs to be negative.
Any DIY questions,
or it needs to be DIY. B's here for your DIY and negative comments. So keep it moving.
Okay, so today's card, courtesy of Maya being the guiding light guru, is Oracle. Connect with your spirit guides. Ask them for guidance and listen intuitively for them to reveal their message to you. They want you to win. They know you better than you know yourself. Interesting.
Now we know.
Thanks,
guys.
Every time I read her cards, I always get like a little woosai vibe, like chill that goes down my spine.
Oh,
And it's like a mellow, it has to do with your serotonin releases. And I like that because it's like a feel good thing.
got it.
It's instant. And I like that. No matter how many times I read her cards, I always get that instant. Because it's like, you need to do this shit and concentrate and stick to it. So
Okay.
that's why I read them and reread them.
Well,
Yes.
here, how about a note from Sean says, yeah, next dance, do the Jane Pittman.
Oh, shit.
Charmaine Cyrus says, hi, B-Flat, your neighbor from Philly, Mount Airy. Love you both.
Charmaine. Oh, up the street. I'm in Oakland. She said Mount Airy. I had to think about it. Yes, up the street.
Okay.
Literally up the street.
Winna wants you to continue the horoscope conversation. Mo Alash says Nicki Minaj at Gala looks like the Queen stole the show. I don't know where we're going with this. Jamie, I need a DIY or under bathroom storage ideas for hair care products and or cleaning products. There you go, B. Do 10 minutes on that.
So the funny thing is, I have to take a picture of the shelf I have under my kitchen thing. It's like a little crate, and how I used to use crates. Like the milk crates or whatever you would get from the corner store or whatever.
Yeah.
For storage. To separate stuff. And I would put, those little, you can even use a shoebox shit to put inside the crate to stack things up for like a level. If you want like a level so you can see what's behind the stuff that's in front of it.
For sure.
I used to do that. Because, I'm always doing shit on a budget broke. But I have a cute little solution. I'll take a picture. And then we'll talk about it next week on the DIY section.
I think we keep this whole frugal thing like confined to the podcast family. And then we take like a collection of things you've made out of like scraps and all those other things. And we sell them at a massive markup.
No.
Yeah.
You're talking crazy.
That's the move.
Then I ain't gonna have shit.
No.
Make it all over it.
Yeah. You take it to the right neighborhoods. I'm telling you.
You know what?
You're gonna do well.
Now
we've got a new plan.
What's your boy that hit you up that said, what's his name? Magic Man? Magic. Well, who was the person
Johnson.
in the comments? No. That said, Chris
Orlando
is so
Magic.
white. Who was the one that said you're so white?
It was Mafia Man.
Mafia Man. I'm agreeing with Mafia Man. Right about now, Chris Deasy. I'm going to have to bring Key in there and spray tan you. I'm just messing with you.
I like that. That's a good segment. How orange can we make Chris through self-tanner? I'd do that for an episode.
Oh, yeah. You can't come on here looking orange because then ain't nobody. They're going to be like, damn, when Donald Trump get on the show?
We knew B was a Republican. Oh, gosh. All right.
All right. Let's do my DYK. Are you ready?
I'm listening. Please. I love a DYK.
What happened? You look like something happened on there.
I'm mesmerized by your talent. That's all.
Whatever. Say that again. My eyes tell everything and your face shows it all. Okay. So anyway, my DYK today is dedicated to George Cook, who invented the automatic fishing device for fishing rods.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. Not to be confused with like fishing that, steals your identity now. The old school kind of fishing.
Exactly. The old school fishing. Yes. So I am going to, and I'm so thankful that Grace threw the graphic up. Thank you, Grace. That's his patent for the automatic fishing reel.
1899.
Yes. In 1899, Black American inventor George Cook of Louisville, Kentucky, received a U.S. patent for an automatic fishing device. The device featured a trip lever activated by tension on the fishing line. This would release a spring-loaded carriage that slid back on short rails within the frame of the device immediately, and also would ring an alarm by releasing a spring actuator striker. I guess it's like the little thing that kind of comes back and
Yeah.
The carriage contained a spring-driven reel, which then takes up the line. That's my information on that. So shout out to that brother, George Cook.
Great work, George. That
Invented.
was probably, I mean, you think about the 1899, that means he was probably working on it for 10 years before that.
And I'm sure they obviously reinvented it, or they still use that same reel.
Mm-hmm. Seriously.
And probably, yeah, that's probably what's the word for it, Chris? When you improve upon, more or less.
Expand and, yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm just a little all over the place because my last joint just burnt out.
I think you're fine.
You know,
I think of the 400 people watching, they come, what?
I'm trying to stay smokest.
Smokest. That's right. We need that shirt tomorrow. Stay smokest.
Man,
that's
Sicily,
right. Mm-hmm.
Smokest. I stay smokest.
Go ahead. Come on. Give it to me.
It's going to be my next song. Oh, that's a dance. That's a dance for Jamie and Mark and Sean.
Oh, boy. Hit the music, Grace.
Right foot. Oh, smokest.
Miss 007 loves the black fact. Ms. Michelle says Grace and Key are quick.
This is how you do the smoking.
Kai Shana getting in on the comments. Joy says focus and smokus. That's right. Baby Ruth Candy's in the house. Late, but that's fine. Join in whenever. Candace is enjoying the show again tonight. Miguel's enjoying the show.
I'm glad Miguel's enjoying the show.
That's important.
And we have to send some shout outs and prayers to Miguel. He is recovering from a surgery, and that's why he wasn't able to join us for the beef and break, but he is watching. Always watching, and I'm just hoping that he's feeling good.
That's very nice of you, B.
He's feeling good because he's watching.
Now,
and he's always the first one to cash at me.
That's so kind. Yeah.
On the dot. He's consistent. I love that.
I love
that
it.
means he is ready for the show. He probably got his popcorn, his drink, ready to go.
That's great. More fun. Cheyenne, greetings from Arizona. All right, I can take that.
Thank you, Cheyenne from Arizona.
I'm assuming MM's at the Netflix Comedy Festival in Los Angeles, because MM says headed into a Lunel show, and he's trying to go to a Chappelle after party later. Drop B's name. Just drop B's name anywhere you can, MM. Say you're like an associate producer of B-Flat's show. I love it.
Do what you like.
That's
Mark.
Right.
Mark is our resident comedian.
He's something. He's hilarious.
Oh, yes, he is. Yes, he is. We don't have to have his ass on it. He's going to have to come through and slide in the background to do the Andre. You have to put him on screen one day just so he can slide through and do the Andre.
Okay.
Oh, he's hilarious. Okay, so let me move on. I want to revisit Taina's Frugal Flip. For those who didn't see it, for those who don't remember, it was episode, I think it was 25.
I thought you were going to Orlando to do Taina's Frugal Flip.
Yes, and I want people to see what I'm working on. And now that I have my new pen, I have some other drawings that I've been working on.
Gotcha. My bad.
Them next week. Just some stuff that I'm going to run by her and some different ideas. So that's what we're going to show really quickly. I have a quick pan of her video just so people can see the room that I'm working on.
Love it.
And then I'll just break it down. So this is the pan of her living room / office space / crafting area.
Looks pleasant.
It does. I am going to make it fabulous.
With a PH.
With a PH, yes.
And if you want to submit, email frugalflip@gmail.com.
Right here. Thank you, Chris. If you stop right here, I want people to just kind of pause and make sure they kind of remember this frame, only because this is where I'm going to hang. And I come up with a solution because this is like a condo apartment, and I don't think that we can really do a lot of drilling. So
No.
I'm going to hang a separator from like chains on like a extension pole and then hang fabric, because it's easy to screw like a hook, like if you were going to do a hanging basket, into the ceiling and hang that behind this green couch, which will separate the kitchen area from the living room.
Love
Because
it.
we're moving all that stuff around. So that's what this photo represents. The
NFT
white
time.
fabric. Yeah, how I'm going to move the gray, her sectional in front of this white fabric that I plan to hang from the ceiling. Yeah, instead of putting a
Very
track
nice.
up
Yeah.
like I normally would do. So yeah, this is her wall of her beautiful friends and family and her artwork. So I am going to arrange that and center it around
Where?
the. Mhm.
Why is there not
Yes,
a
Chris.
photo? Why is there not a photo of you on this wall? She calls herself a fan.
Oh, you wrong for that. If you go back, Chris, you can see a photo of you on the wall.
Excuse me.
If Grace pan back, you can see a photo of you on the wall.
Where would she pan back to? I don't believe this
I'm just
exists.
playing.
Oh, was it like
I'm
was
just
it like
playing, Chris.
was it like a Rottweiler or something on the wall?
She has a really nice painting on the
Oh, that's
other
pretty.
wall, which we will see, which I want to center in that large wall space, and then rearrange all her paintings around that in a really cool order. We'll come up with a pattern.
And
But
remember,
this is just to represent that I want to arrange it some type of way based upon the actual sizes. I actually counted out the different size frames that she has. So those boxes do represent the sizes and the way that I'm going to hang the things.
love it.
Yeah, but not necessarily in that pattern. So,
Yeah, no, it's exciting. I think it's. I mean, what a wild thing that somebody that's the host of a show is going to come and do what you do on the show to a loyal listener. That's amazing. Good for you, B. Good for
yeah,
Taina.
I do. Yes. And I'm going to open that room up by hanging the curtains wall to wall.
Cool. That should be
So
interesting.
it'll look, yes, it's really going to look cool. So that's what the next photo represents.
Now, how much
And it'll just be,
cash do you need per NFT to sell to people these drawings?
oh, come on now. See, everything is not for sale, Chris. I don't think like that. Oh, that's why I love you. That's so white. That's why I love you being on the team. Oh, because you got to think like that, Chris.
Uh-huh.
You have to think like that, and it makes me think of other ways to do stuff. But damn, not an NFT. You know,
Sorry,
I
go
need
ahead.
these. These are for my show. When I get the show, I'll be able to show how I mark up the, this is part of the process.
I got it.
Who knows? If someone offered it, I would be like, no, that's ridiculous.
Cash App and ask for one of the
I'd
NFTs.
rather just do a painting. I just rather do a painting. So anyway, that's how I'm going to open that room up, by hanging the curtains from the floor to the ceiling, wall to wall. We're going to put a rod all the way across and just make it really nice. So that's the painting I want to center on her other wall and do all her other paintings and pictures and photos around that. Yes, I love that painting. So I think it'll be a nice centerpiece. And of course, I'm going to organize that. And that's my whole solution. I think we're either going to do white mini blinds. So all those white spaces represents like the Amazon, let me say that, paper mini blinds. So once we get there, she may want black or she may want white. She may want, we'll figure it out. But I'm just trying to stick with her desk is black and white. So
Beautiful.
We'll figure that out. But for the most part, all those spaces will be covered up. And I'm going to hang some shelves so that we can display her pictures right up under. And then like those little white pieces under the television, we'll do like these strips that you put over the little plastic strips you put over the cords. So they look nice. They're just not so visible.
Yeah.
And then
tighten it up.
I'm going to do my infamous paintings to hang over the television. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, but it's going to be something in that color scheme.
That's
not
great.
Not necessarily that graphic.
Yeah. Everybody's a fan. Couple comments. Candace says beautiful painting. Quincy loves the painting. Heather's crying because B said that's so white, Chris. Jamie says Chris is going to sell everything. Well,
That's right.
that's part of the deal.
That's why you got that business, Chris. Good. That's why you doing what you do. That's why I'm working through you. You got the setup. You got the
Is that
business.
what it
You know
is?
what you're doing. Yep.
I think you just admitted to me being a launderer of sorts for you, acting as a launderer, and I didn't even know it. I'm a patsy. You're running some kind of.
We can talk about that on.
Talk about that too. Sorry, B. Go ahead.
Okay, so I am going to do a really nice design on her dressers to make it match a dresser that she has that was hand painted and crafted for her. So I'm definitely going to hook it up, and we have some drawings we're going to look through, but I'm more interested in just getting down there and just making this happen. Because things turn out differently once you get there, and once we know what we're working with, you just always have to improvise. So this is what I'm going for, the look on the dresser with tape, but we'll see what happens. We will see what happens because it's a process, but I love this. There's always a glitch. It happened in Clarksville. It was over in Kaya's. Shit, it even happened down here in my basement, but that's the great part about my mind. I always figure out how to work it out.
But at least I think such a cool thing that a lot of people in business or relationship, a million different reasons, they don't ever, they have a hard time conveying what's inside their head. You literally make a map and then share it with the person. And I'm assuming you get sign off or something like that.
I did.
I think that's great. I love that part because people don't like, oh yeah, that's what you do. Not everybody does that. It can be very frustrating dealing with something when you think you want it one way, they want another way. So another shout out to B. Great work.
Well, the great thing about Kaya's flip, I love that it's my signature, but it's definitely not my style. It's so glamorous and, I'm very graphic, straight lines. And I loved how I was able to step outside of my own box and work within her style, still add my touches, but make it her room, not my room.
Yeah.
So that's what I love about these challenges, that when I leave there, they know I was there, but it's still the thing that they want. Not like on some home shows when they walk in, they're like, oh, I love it. And then they really don't love it and they may not say. I love that I make people part of the process.
Yeah.
And then even from the drawings, they still don't get it. But it's like once they start seeing it and then they look at the drawing, they're like, okay, now I get it. It's coming together.
Right.
So
that's great.
And that's what I like. So it's going to be a great one down in Orlando. So Lord willing, everything comes together. We just get on down there and make it happen. And I'm going to be doing it, Chris. Getting donations for food, trying to get me once I set the date, I'm going to be putting it out there in terms of I'll have to get some camera crew there, like I did in Clarksville. Of course, I'll be reaching out to my management because they know people everywhere. I'll be doing that whole process again, so it's coming up soon. Shit, like in 4 weeks.
That's awesome. Yeah, I know a couple. Hit up your management. I know a couple comics that came up in Orlando, so never know. Maybe they know some people as well.
Yeah, I want to do that whole process, the whole sponsors, try to get catering, all of that. So
beautiful.
Anyway, let's jump right into the BIY. And I'm going to let you know right now because the BIY is a lot. We do not have a feature for tonight. I'm featuring all this BIY great stuff. We definitely have a feature next week and a great co-host. So
you have a special guest co-host next week. Do you want to tell?
I did mention last week that I was doing some gardening tips because it's that time for those of us, even if you're not in your garden and you're doing planters or little things around your apartment, it's that time. It's spring. Things are sprouting. So you got to do a little bit of work. And there are always some little bit of, problems that you may incur. So I have some tips for different things. And it's time for spring cleaning. I don't know. Maybe I'm old school, but I still spring clean.
At worst, it's a good excuse to just do stuff you never get to do.
Well, I love the spring clean because I'm an April, so I love the spring. It makes me feel refreshed. So I feel like I'm getting my house ready for the summer.
That's good.
Yeah, for the summer and the fall. So I love the spring clean. Anyway, with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and let Grace throw up my gardening tips first. And if I can't read them off the damn screen,
You want me to hit
I'm
them?
gonna also. No, I can read them. I am gonna read them because I also have to look at my iPad anyway once I go through some stuff. But anyway, these are my gardening tips. For a natural weed killer, I use obviously a spray bottle, 2 cups of white vinegar, and a cup of salt. Animal deterrent, it's natural. I put plastic forks in all traffic areas in my garden and in my planters. Uh, Recycled water. And when you think in terms of recycled water, for example, I just boiled some eggs, so I have the water. It's cooling in the pot. I'll keep it in a container, and I use that, pour it in my garden. Same way with rainwater. I collect it, let it sit for a while, all the debris or whatever that might be in it, and then I just strain it before I pour it into my garden. And the same way with potatoes. When I'm boiling potatoes, and I like the little juiciness in there, that's some good nutrients for the garden. So I save that water also and pour it in the garden. And I also have a solution for garden slugs. You know I'm infamous for tuna cans. Fill them with beer or dry oatmeal.
Okay.
And I'm going to show everybody a couple things that I have all out here on my table. So I want Grace to show really quick the 3 photos that I have in my yard and on my porch in my empty planters thus far. If you look closely, I have red pepper, cayenne pepper. I also have like these little grate things that I ordered on Amazon a couple years ago. They stick up and they come with spikes that you can make them stay in the ground. And you see I got forks because the cats they're so smart. They're kicking up the little grate things.
Really?
And starting to try to poop up under them. Like I guess they go with their back feet. So that's why I put the forks in those areas and the pepper. And I did read about it. Red peppers, and it's not going to harm my plants.
Right.
So that's why I got forks. I haven't planted in this yet, but I got forks in that and red pepper because I'm not playing with these cats.
It does drive me insane. Thankfully, dog in the backyard.
And another tip, leave your porch light on. Cats don't like bright lights at nighttime.
Interesting. I wouldn't have known that.
Yep. They don't like loud noise, like wind chimes and stuff. They don't like shiny shit, like glass. Like if you hang glass things around or put it on your porch, things that are reflective, they don't like that, and they don't like bright lights. That's why they come out at night to roam around. So and I got a bright ass porch light. I've been leaving it on. I don't care if my bill is high.
That's right. Keep them away.
There you have it.
Bunch of comments.
Before I go into thank you. Before I go into my cleaning tips, I'm going to show people a couple things. This is what I have 3 of these in the yard.
Yep.
For the slugs. And this definitely works because obviously they're slimy. And once they crawl across this oatmeal, for some reason they're attracted to oatmeal and beer. I don't drink beer, but I know in beer they get in there and then they drown in it. They like drink it up, probably like punch drunk.
Been there a few times.
Oatmeal, they can't slide around. So they end up curling up and drying up. So they get up in this oatmeal and it's over.
Got it.
It's over like Rover. So when I use this salt and vinegar right here, regular old Heinz vinegar. I use a cup of that and a cup of salt. And a lot of people may not have measuring cups, but I'm just letting you know half of a water glass, about this much, is a cup. Okay. I actually measured water and poured it in there. So if you got a drinking glass, half of it. That's all you need. Put it in a spray bottle. Let the salt dissolve. Oh, spray this on your weeds. It's over 20, as long as it doesn't rain.
Knocks them out.
Check the weather. Right. Check the weather. As my nephew would say, check the weather and make sure you go out 24 hours later. Your weeds should be No more buying weed killer. Just keep doing this with that. So I wanted to definitely show people that. Also, for wait a minute. Did I get Chris? Oh, this is what I want. The animal, oops, I did that. The water, the slugs, plastic forks, and the spray bottle.
Yep.
Cool. Got it. I just wanted to make sure. And I gotta learn how to make shit stay up on the screen. I should have printed.
You're fine.
Out.
Now, how about this?
All right. Now we're gonna
go ahead.
We're gonna go into the gardening tips. I was gonna read those.
Love it.
And show people a couple things that I also did. But what were you gonna say, Chris?
Oh, you just got a bunch of comments. Antonio says, loving the DIY gardening tips. Winna, I have deer, rabbits, and mean turkeys. Get out there. Those turkeys, they'll run off if you're around. B is like a doomsday prepper with all these natural gardening solutions. That's from CB. Baby Ruth Candy says her garden is fortified. Daphne's keeping the cats out. Thick vegan afro. B, round here eating fish. I thought she was eating vegan fish. That's hilarious. No, you can't have Fish Nasty Friday with tofu.
I made tuna for dinner. Like today I had egg salad, a salad, and soup. And he had tuna sandwiches.
Now, what about this?
Tuesday. I'm not a tuna fan.
Daphne likes to have yard sales in spring to get rid of things. Exactly.
That's a good thing. But since I'm always selling stuff, recycling stuff, and moving things around and revamping things, it's rare that I have things for a yard sale. But I love yard sales. You can pick up great things in yard
Fab 540, anything to kill ivy. It is out of control.
Oh, you gotta pull ivy from the root and then pour bleach. It just depends on where it is. Like, because I had to get it off my neighbor's back. But see, it was in the ground. It's in the concrete. It's different if it's in your yard, because you might be killing the other things around it.
Yeah, that's the problem.
When I cut Milton's ivy, I clipped it right, short enough where I could pull it from the root.
Yeah.
Then I poured bleach all down in there. But it was all in like the cracks and stuff of pavement, so it was easier to do. And then I pulled it all off of his house for him. But I guess it just depends on what's around the ivy and if you're messing up other, plants.
Antonia says, I saved plastic coffee and creamer containers and decided I want to paint them and use in the garden. Which is the best paint to use to color the plastic container?
Okay, so it depends on how they're using them in the garden. Other than that, it could just be spray paint. But if they plan on putting them down in the ground, that's different. Then I would suggest using one of those non-toxic paints.
Good call.
Because I've seen people, like the things that people use for the rocks or spray with like a non-toxic epoxy, so that if you're putting it in the ground, maybe just exposing some of the color, it won't hurt, the garden.
Yep.
Just like when people do the rocks and they put them in their garden, when they paint them with different things, they use, non-harmful, paints and stuff like that, so they won't taint the soil, like cigarette butts.
Got it.
It's one of my irks and works.
That's a bad thing.
I want to go I'm going to read through my cleaning tips really quick, and then I'll show them before I go into my 2 BIYs.
Beautiful.
Other 2 BIYs. So my cleaning tips are for the toilet tank. A lot of people don't think about the tank, like take the lid off, and when you look down and it's all rusty, it is a breeding ground for germs and mold and all kinds of stuff. So I just pour a cup of vinegar, white vinegar, in there. Let it sit 20 minutes and just flush 3 times. And it also starts to clean up if you get the yellowing inside the bowl. It cleans all of that up.
Nice.
So that's something I do twice a year. And for like grout stain remover, I just use peroxide and baking soda and make a paste. I have an old toothbrush. I just put it in those areas where it's like stained or moldy. Let it sit, then rinse it with hot water. I do clean my oven once a year, only because I don't use it much. I don't do a lot of baking that causes it to get grimy, but every now and then stuff gets in there. Yeah. So I do this thing with orange peels and white vinegar in a mason jar, or any kind of jar, and let it sit 5 days, and then I strain it and makes like a really oily type mixture that you spray in your oven, and then sprinkle in some baking soda and let it sit, and then you can wipe all it. Well, if you got a really bad oven, if you cook a lot, you may have to let it like really cake the baking soda on and like spray it a lot. But my oven isn't that bad, so it's easy for me to just wipe it out. I just use the scouring side of a sponge and wipe it out good, and then for the microwave, it's simple with just 2 tablespoons of 2 tablespoons of the baking soda in a bowl, and I just bring it to a boil, let it sit. And it gets like the gunk out of your microwave and just wipe it right out.
Nice.
So with that being said, I'll show you a couple things that I do. Thank you, Grace. People are always asking me about gook. So with that being said, if you don't have the Goo Be Gone, which you can get on Amazon, to get sticky stuff off like this on labels, like when you peel them off.
Oh yeah, the leave behind.
Use regular old vegetable oil. Put it on like a paper towel, or just like an old rag. Let it sit a while, and then it rubs right off. You can just use oil, so you don't necessarily have to buy this. But if you do, get it on Amazon through my link. You know how we do. So I just want to show people that quick tip, and then. This is my mixture that I'm letting sit, and I'm just using, I use this, I have so many of these NutriBullet containers, and this is one that's kind of old and beat up, so I use this for this kind of stuff.
Yep.
So I'm letting this sit. This is my vinegar and orange peels, and I got like 2 more days, I'm going to get it together, put it in a spray bottle, and spray it in the oven, and this is what I use. This old school toothbrush and baking soda, and this right here, peroxide, and I just put it like in a little bitty bowl and just make a paste and clean the grout. And this is my little microwave bowl for cleaning. And if you don't have measuring spoons, this is a regular tablespoon. Your largest spoon is a tablespoon, and obviously the small one is a teaspoon. So all you need is that and some baking soda and a little bit of water. Let it boil. And you are good to go with some quick tips. I'm sorry I'm away from the screen. I'm just trying to get things in order.
You're fine. No, we hear you fine. You look great. You're doing great.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Chris. I should have got up out the chair and did one of the old school like Martha Stewart. But then, I'll be falling and shit off the seat. So I could have been like, and this is it.
Hey, go ahead. Give us a QVC pitch on your oatmeal slug killer.
Oh, if you, like me, are on a small budget, you can put this in your yard. This right here only costs $3.99 free, and it's made out of the freshest Quaker oatmeal possible and the best recycled tuna can ever. Just put this in your yard. But if you're one of those PETA people who's concerned about the animals and the insects and don't want to kill the slug, this may not be for you. Because you might not want to go outside and see it all curled up. Oh, in the oatmeal like this. I'm a mess. All right, Chris.
Oh, you delivered, B. Oh, you delivered.
Looking like a snail, looking like a seashell.
Listen.
Not be QVC pitch for you.
You could make it all natural. You can make a set of earrings out of the slugs when they're dried out. Let's see. Jai B says, "What's the Cash App again?" Well, It is $ B-Phlat. Make sure you hit that up. B will do a little dance for you. Kathy says, great tip. Shout out to Kathy.
Thank you, Kathy.
Sassy81 loves it. Cheryl's laughing. F. Smith Welch is laughing. Cali Girl is saying, ooh, Thule said, I saw that coming. B is hilarious. Everybody's laughing. Heavenson's saying no. Heather is laughing. And now there's a new oatmeal dance. DeVoe says, love you. Love you, B-Phlat. Hashtag slug dance. Candace is laughing. Asian Angie is laughing. Everybody's having a good time. Sean wants to know how to get rid of ants. Well, you just made like 3 meals for ants by killing the slugs and giving them oatmeal on top. So they should be full from that.
Oh, if I go outside and see the ants carrying my oatmeal, because they carry every motherfucking thing away in the trash.
They're like, we'll take this.
They healthy ants. I like ants. They organize. They get shit done.
They really do. They really do.
I need them working on my house.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. So what I am going to do is have Grace show the DIY project that I would love for everyone to partake in. Hopefully next week we can do this live.
Okay.
But I just thought these were cute, and I'm going to put up the actual. Once we see everything, I'm still going to make a list and say, oh, this is how we can do this. Because I want to see I want people to see how I turned the water bottle and the lid and those few things into that. And I don't even want to say what it is yet until I actually show the picture. And just a hanger and a few boxes into that little tiered shelf.
Love it.
So, thank you, Chris. Let's see the picture. That's my plant propagator. It's a little bicycle, and those are real plants in the front.
That's awesome. And the front?
And the front.
Look at you. B, I think you're pretty good at this.
I'm getting better since y'all make me work. Since people think when I'm not posting and doing, get your day started, that I ain't doing shit. This is what I be doing, trying to get together and making videos, and I got to post. So,
Lori's went all caps on this one. Lori wants to know, what about ants? How do you get rid of those?
Okay, so I have to look that one up because I don't really have an ant problem. I like ants, but
and get rid of all food. Start there. Get rid of all food crumbs and stuff like that.
I gotta, yeah.
If they're coming inside, seal up.
Yeah, that's a different problem.
It's as simple as this to start. Seal up any kind of areas they're coming through, and then make sure you're not creating something for them to come get. If your garbage is leaking, if there's spills, if your kitchen's messy, start there.
Oh, I'm spilling water. I want everybody to
look at that.
Put it on the big screen. Look, you see I painted the wheels.
Is it a mirror?
It's actually a lid from a candle.
Oh, cool. Well, you can see it's like a mirror. Yeah, that's like awesome.
Because it's like silver. And I don't want to spill the water. Okay, so the interesting thing about this, I actually put water in the actual Canada Dry bottle. That's what that was.
Heather says it looks like a water bong.
And it was leaking out. So I can only put water up to where the water reaches the stick. I still have to seal it. So I just have my planter sitting inside of it for now until I seal it where I can actually put the water in it. More water. I need more water in it.
Kimberly loves it.
Thank you. And then there's water in that little lid. So
that's awesome.
Cut the lid off, the top of the thing you turn it upside down and I painted the lid black and the wheels, but I'm going to actually show everybody this. So let me just sit that down. And then I want everyone to see that these were actually knives, plastic knives that I had, and I just snapped them in half and glued them on the box. And these are beads from Dennis's bracelet that broke. And I was like, oh, let me just put one on there to make it look like a little drawer. And these are the hangers. So this was made from black hanger. So it's a simple project. And the thing about this project, as long as you have 2 even containers, and that's what I'm going to let everybody know. You don't necessarily have to do it with boxes. You can make the tiered shelf with like 2 soup cans, 2 coffee cans, 2 of the same exact things, because you have to make sure the spacing on both sides is even. So yes, this was just made from a hanger. And I actually put a piece of the hanger. I put a little hole, kind of dug it up in there in the bottom of this cardboard box to stabilize it more before I put the glue in there. I put the hot glue in there, and then I just made an extra shelf for support because now you see I put my nail polish and little stuff in it.
Hello, nail polish. Love it.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit this on my vanity, and all I did was touch up the sides with black paint. So that was actually made, and I'm gonna show next week a different one that I'm gonna do from these boxes that these speakers came in, and I saved them because I was going to use them for the glam box. So these are the speakers, and these are the boxes.
Oh, nice. That's perfect.
Yeah, so this is like the stuff that came in it. So next week, when we do it as a project together, I have a different little way I'm going to do this set.
Got it.
So these are the boxes. Yeah, so it's, and like I said, these are the knives, and you see I just snapped them. And even if you don't have stuff like the popsicle sticks to make this planter thing, you can use your knives. You see what I'm saying? Like whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
You may have. I want to show how I brought. Oh, this is my little bag of beads from Dennis's broken bracelet.
Very
just never
resourceful.
Know where you're gonna, that's one thing about me. I collect stuff, but I actually use it. I want them to just keep collecting and be like, I don't know what to do with this. Believe me, I always jot down a note and have an idea. Because every day I see something and I'll be like, oh, I'm going to make that. Oh, I want to do. Oh. And then I'll just start pulling things together.
Yeah.
So the funny thing is Daphne suggested that I show people where I keep all of this stuff, like all my boxes. And she's like, how do you keep all the stuff? Your place is so organized. So I was telling her I keep things here, I keep things in there. So what I'm going to do is take a picture of how I keep all my stuff that I use for this kind of stuff organized.
Oh, good call. Yeah, that can be daunting to get organized.
Russian doll stacking when I do boxes. Because when people send me stuff, I keep the box. Then I'll stack that box inside of another box, fold it, and put a box on top of that. Break boxes down, put rope around them. I stack things nice, and I pull them out when I need them.
Great.
So I have a little system, and I'm going to take pictures. So before I move into the things that I use to make this, I'm moving this out my way because the water, I don't want it to fall out the top.
Flower power.
But this I'm putting in my yoga room. I don't have a lot of plants in there, so I'm putting this in my yoga room.
I think that's appropriate.
Yeah. And these are the colors, too, in my yoga room. I think it'll work.
Oh, cool. That's great. Green means go. Kimberly, B has an amazing eye for flipping. Hit the like button, sick in the head.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely do that. Share the stream. Let's keep this thing growing. Helen says amazing. Yvette says B-Phlat, very resourceful. We had Brenda. I think we kind of hit this already, but I'll read it nonetheless. Brenda says, I have problems with carpenter ants and the tiny ones. Do you use diatomic earth?
Oh, so you should get the boric acid.
To get rid of fruit flies and the little bugs that sometimes collect in houseplants.
So this is what I use for the fruit flies. Apple cider vinegar. And I bought these years ago. They're so cute.
Yeah, they look like
they came
apples.
Like 8 in a pack.
Yeah.
And you put the vinegar in them, and they have the little holes in there. And I put these, and of course they're red. And I have a lot of plants in my bathroom. So I wanted them to match. Although I'm sure I would have found something. But I was like, oh, these are cute.
Yeah.
And I just put vinegar in there, and then the fruit flies collect in this. And they come in different colors. So look these up on Amazon through my link.
There you go. And that link is in the live chat.
Thank you. All you need is some apple cider vinegar. And that'll get rid of the fruit flies.
There it is.
For the ants, since they're coming in, she needs to line that area with the boric acid. It comes in a box, and you can order it on Amazon. You just sprinkle it. So a lot of it comes in like the big cylinder. And you can just sprinkle it around that area. I would definitely do that. So I'm glad she mentioned it. And I hope that will be helpful. And if you do get it, let me know if it works. Definitely let me know if it
Call
works.
B and talk to her for 3 hours
Then you
about
can
how
let us
well it
know
worked.
on the show, Chris. You funny. Let us know on the show. So I'm going to just show people really quickly the things that you'll need for this project that we're going to do next week. Make a little bicycle propagator and like a 3-tiered shelf. And that little shelf, it's small enough that you could use it in the bathroom if you want to put cotton balls in it and Q-tips, different things like that. And like I said, I'm going to show when I put up the list of things that we need, different things that you can use to make your tiers. And for whoever gave me the tuna shout out, you can use 2 tuna cans as long as they're the same size.
Okay. Got it. That's important.
To show different things that you can use that you have around the house to make your 2-tiered shelf. All right. Now, the one I'm going to be doing next week, I'm making out of a water bottle. So you're going to need at least 3 water bottles.
Take notes. This is for next week if you want to play along at home.
You're going to need at least some caps because you need 2 caps. You're going to need the cap that comes on the water bottle.
Yep.
Because once you cut this part off, which is this.
Uh-huh.
Let me just put the cap on this one. And then you're going to need 2 of these. 2 wheels. I'm sorry, 2 cylinders, 2 wheels. These are the 2 back wheels. So that's why you need 3. You need the one that actually sits on the front. This is the little basket that you put the flowers in. And then you're going to need 2 of these for your back wheels. I find that it's very easy to cut these with regular scissors. I use these regular old scissors.
Yep.
Cut it right in half. And it's easy to trim because it's very thin plastic. So if you have, when I cut the Canada Dry bottle, it was a little thicker. I actually had to put it on the floor and I put a slice in it because it's really thick. So you may need, depending on what type of cylinder you use, you might need your utility knife and scissors. These are cylinders that I was collecting. So here's another lid from a candle.
Yep.
And or you can use this with, something this small, which is just a strawberry lid. And then, like I said, if you don't have, now these are when you put your relaxer in sticks.
Of course. Yeah, I use that. Yeah, of course. Relaxer and sticks.
My perm on, and of course you can use one of these or some popsicle sticks or paper. Why do I keep saying paper clips? Or clothespins. So you just, they're simple to break apart. You just open it up really wide, take the little clip out the middle, I let it drop, and voila, you have your little sticks. So just think about some things that you can use. And like I said, you can use plastic knives for your components, wood pieces, whatever you may have, but you will need a water bottle with 3 caps, and you're going to need some type of lid. So like I said, I'll have all this stuff in there. And the other thing I wanted to show people is, remember I was telling people about all these skewers that I always have, and I'm always using for projects. Of course, if you're working with a hot glue gun, which you will need on this project, make sure you have something like this that you can use that you won't burn yourself when you're actually like gluing stuff and have to wrap up the stringy part of the glue. These are great for catching that. And
can they use a fork if they're not good with the chopstick?
They can, but I like to use one single instrument. You don't want to use no fork because of all of the prongs. You might mess up something else that you're working on.
Gotcha.
You just want to have something flat that you can smooth the glue out without having to touch it with your own hand and get burnt.
Got it.
So I'm also using these sticks for my design on my box. I just want y'all to see that.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, but I'm not letting y'all know what I'm doing until we get ready to do it. I'm going to have my pattern laid out.
Now,
so yes, those are the things that you'll need next week. And like I said, Chris, we can go back to the regular screen. I am going to put the list.
Grace is ignoring you.
Grace is ignoring me.
She's had
Oh, you know what
enough.
I forgot to tell people? They are going to need a hammer and a little nail so that you can nail a little hole. I use this. I don't use a nail. I use a screw. You're going to have to put this in here. I forgot to tell people you will need this because
Into
when
what?
you have to put a hole so you can put the stick,
In the cap.
make your wheels.
Yeah.
Like you have to make the cylinder between your what is that? You know, between the wheels, that
Axle?
the axle. I'm sorry, between the wheels. So I put a hole, and if you don't have these sticks
Mm-hmm.
and you can't make a hole, you can just hopefully it'll be sturdy, but you can glue. You see what I'm saying? You can
Yeah.
still break off your say you have a broken piece of this. If you have good sturdy glue or that clay glue, that molding glue, craft glue.
Now, what about
once it
that?
dries,
What about the hair glue that the young lady put in her hair? At the
that was
beginning of the
super
pin.
glue.
That was
And
Gorilla Glue.
Gorilla glue, that's like super glue. You can use that. But you
Don't
can
put it in your
probably
hair.
do it. If you don't have a stick or don't have anything round like this, you can even use a pencil. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can use a pen. Everybody has pens if you want your cylinder to be round, but to make the hole, you make sure you put the cap face down on the floor. I put it on my mat over there and nailed a little, I took the hammer and knocked a little hole in it in the top of this.
Mm-hmm.
And then once it got in there, I just started screwing it in to open it up and make the hole wide. And then I took this L bracket and stuck it in the hole and really made it wide enough for my sticks to slide through once I got that in there. So if you want to use a pen or a pencil, you can. If it's an old pencil, or you can even use a kid's crayon or something short if you don't want your axle to be really long. You know what I mean?
Multiple options, no cap.
Multiple options, but remember, you're still going to paint it and do all that other stuff. So however you want your wheels to go on, I'll have different options up there. So you won't be scrambling to be like, I can't find no damn skewers. B-Phlat gonna make me go out and buy some damn. No, it's about being frugal.
That's right. Rye is checking in. Rye says, I've been gone and took an entire night class. I come back and I get homework. That's right, Rye. That's how this thing works. That's right.
And I think, you know what, Chris?
Welcome back, Rye.
And ask people now that I'm done with the live DIY. And I'm letting people know, maybe I should put my glasses on and get all this shit off my paper.
Now, what's the poll question?
Ask people how many people are would want to do these projects with me next week to see this as a live.
Will you participate?
Will you participate
live on the show?
Live on the show while I make these creations.
Okay.
And let people see how to put it together.
Will you participate in, what are we calling this?
I just want to see if people are interested in watching it or even participating. If not, I ain't doing this shit. I can move on to other stuff. I just thought these would be. What
is the project name?
The bicycle propagator.
Got it.
And the 2-tiered mini shelf.
We'll just say making the 2 projects.
Yes.
Just mentioned. Will you participate?
Yeah, see if they participate. Or will want to do them, because I was going to do it live. I was going to make the list, show people what they need.
Bike propagator?
Yeah. It's the plant. Just put
bike propagator. And what's the other one?
The mini-tiered shelf.
Mini-tiered shelf. And I did spell tiered correctly. Thank you. It's not a crying shelf. All right. There we go. Here's the poll. Yes. Fly. No. I'm dry.
Let them see, and then we can read and at the end.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay. I got to keep it moving. I got to keep it moving, Chris.
You sure do.
Because, before I get into my irks and works, You see, I'm puffing on my.
Is that what that is? I thought that was
I'm
like
puffing.
CG. I thought it was like a special effect.
Oh, it is. You see that?
It's special, all right.
I know that's right. I do want to let people know next week I'm going to be showing tips on how to like restore like rusty tools, fix like a tear in your screen, that kind of stuff. How to clean your garbage disposal. Oh, ain't nothing worse than a funky ass kitchen with a funky garbage disposal.
Oh,
I walk to people, I'll be like, if you don't put some shit in that,
do we? Do people just go back to see the items, Jamie? Despite the 95% wasteful comments Jamie provides to the show, does have a great
go
question.
back to see what items.
Now-
No, I'm going to post. No, I'm going to make a list and I'm going to post it.
To
And
Instagram?
post on Instagram and Facebook, yeah.
Okay, check Instagram, check Facebook. B will have your item list.
Your item list, it will be there, and maybe a couple pictures, and I'll put it together. It'll be cute and creative.
I believe that. Never let us down.
Well, Chris, before I move into my irksome work, you know I got to show some CashApp love.
Oh, please do. Maybe even a dance.
What?
Oh,
How about?
if only we... There's music too. What do you know? Oh, no. Here we go. B-Phlat dancing because you all keep the cash that's coming. That's how it happens. That's right. There she is. There she is.
Oh, to the left.
Doing the Jane Pittman.
Break. Oh.
I need to be off screen for this.
There we go. Oh. 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 The remix. You ain't ready. The girl done got strong. She got strong.
That was so strong. Oh my goodness.
Oh, Chris, was that your Chris Beasley song?
What was that? No, we were.
I know, but they almost sound similar, so I do get them confused. So yeah, I just had to give that to Chris, Gabrielle, Antonia, Divana.
That's so
Ruth.
nice.
Yes, that was for them. That was the Jane Pittman for them. The remix. I'm gonna make that a dance. Ooh. That's aerobics for you.
Won the fight.
Okay.
Enjoyed the dance. Go ahead. Sorry.
My irks and works. Ooh. My neighbor's recycling.
Uh-oh.
It's my irk for today.
You're pro landfill.
I thought I had to work, but obviously it ain't working. I walk past. See,
Let's give it to the audience. Maybe they can help you find a work.
in Philly, they give you the blue recycling bin.
Okay.
If you want anything else, you have to buy it. Fortunately, I live next door to a fabulous neighbor who is a supervisor.
Milton.
For Parks and Recreation. No, Milton, rest in peace. He passed away.
Oh, he passed. Pardon me.
Tony next door. So if
Tony.
he needs things, like he'll get it. We're like, oh, somebody took our recycling bin. Can you get us some more? Like he'll bring them home. He has a truck, all that great stuff. Bring home mulch from the city, that kind of stuff. So our bins don't have a lid. I bought a blue trash can and put recycling on it. Painted it on there with white letters with the stencil and our number. Drilled a hole in the lid and the handle, put a zip tie on it so that when you throw our recycling thing down the street, at least we still got our lid.
Right.
All right. I'm walking today and I see, and I'm like, oh, they're not going to pick up his recycling again. Even after I slapped the damn sticker on there that tells you what goes in the fucking recycling. Now, Tony gave me stickers last year. Because in the sticker it tells you what's on there, and it's a little space where you can write your number. That's how they give you a ticket when your recycling is messed up. That's why people don't be writing their number in the thing on it. Because they'll take a ticket, they'll take a picture if you got stuff in your recycling that ain't supposed to be in there.
Right.
If they don't come get it, 3 o'clock, all the kids from high school, they slide down the street. They be kicking shit, trash cans on the side street. So that's why
No.
on trash day, I go out and put people trash cans back where they supposed to go.
Because the kids will just ran through.
Right. So they kicked over your boy recycling.
Well,
which
it's
had
full.
peeled off, with peeled off, painted over wallpaper. That ain't no motherfucking recycling. Peeled off wallpaper that you painted over, you got it all stacked up and rolled up in the recycling bin. Now it's all up and down the street. And guess who got to clean it up? And I thought by slapping the sticker on there, you would know what to. So now I got to say something to you.
See something, say something.
See something, say something. Because it's getting ridiculous because I'm the one that cleans that up.
That gets really old.
It's ridiculous because it fly down, then I'm be having big ass wallpaper in my yard.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't. That made me have a damn flash thinking about it. Because I'm going to have to go say something tomorrow. No, I'm going to wait till tomorrow's going to rain. I'm going to wait till Thursday when it's sunny.
I got one for you.
Yes. So that irks me.
Same situation. St. Louis, everybody, we have dumpsters with recycling, right? In our alleys, like if you live in the city.
I know.
And they pick it up. Well, maybe not everybody in the audience knows. I know we go deep into St. Louis civic discussion on this show.
You're right.
Turns out, for the last year plus, I don't think they told anybody until about 6 months ago. They have just been taking the recycling and putting it with the regular trash because they're short-staffed or something. But the freakouts I saw in my neighborhood Facebook page, again, picture like parts of the show Portlandia in my Facebook page for those type of white people. They lost their mind. Like, people get murdered every day in St. Louis. There is not that much disdain that I saw for the recycling mishap, and it ended up being like it's a staff shortage or whatever. But how bad is that they were just going put it in with the regular trash?
Well, today,
that's terrible.
I'm mad because somebody stacked all these trash up.
Yeah.
In front of my grass, where I just planted some seeds and shit.
Somebody stacked trash in your yard?
Fuck yes. So I waited and a hose. So I waited out there for the trash man to come. I was working on it just when I was putting the forks out because I was like, I'm gonna catch them, make sure they take all this shit.
You imagine being a trash guy and you come around the corner and bees in the front yard waiting.
This is what happened, Chris. This is how my trash men are. When they came to get it, they got all the bags. They left a white bag and the hose. I said, wait a minute. I said, I don't even know where that came from, but is that hose recycling or is it trash? It's recycling, but we'll take it and throw it in. I said, well, please, because it's not mine. I said, well, what's in that white bag? I said, oh, that's recycling. I picked it up to go put it in. They was like, oh, the recycling people came already. Just give it here. And the dude snatched it out of my hand and threw it up on.
Hey, he's good for him. Yeah.
I was like, I was going to literally open the bag up and put the recycling in my recycling bin.
Right.
He just snatched the whole shit and just said, let me grab this in the hose. I was like, fuck it.
He saw something, he said something, he did something. He irked it and worked it.
Our recycling and trash is probably not any different from if the trash men see it and they know it's recycled, they still gonna grab it and be like, oh, I'm throwing it in the trash.
Well, they don't want to deal with you. They don't want to answer to you.
Oh, they be sick of seeing me because I know when they come and I'll be right outside.
Show the look. You're angry.
My trash can out in the street.
You're angry at the trash situation. They're coming down the street. How do you look down the street at them?
Oh no, I'm not mean to them at all. I'll be working in my yard. And look, Chris, I used to bake cookies and brownies and get them stuff around Christmas time. I'm nice to them.
That's good.
But I make sure when I'm out there, they don't throw the trash cans.
That's right. You run a tight ship.
They stand it back up, But they don't. I'm nice to them, but I was just wanting to make sure they got all 30 of them bags. Because I was like, when I walked to the store, I said, "Who the hell put all this?" So I said, "Fuck it, as long as they get it all." Because if they wouldn't have got it, I was gonna slide it down on the pavement in front of somebody else's house. It wasn't gonna be on my grass. Not the grass between the pavement and the sidewalk.
Mm-mm.
Oh no,
Not near. No.
No,
Mm-mm.
just playing it out there. So
I
anyway,
appreciate that.
let me do my Ask Chris Deasy.
Oh, please. What a great segment.
This is what we need, Giddy.
A dance. Welcome to the show. Ask Chris Deasy. Who's asking tonight? Is it Dennis? Is it the audience? Who's it gonna be?
I'm asking tonight.
Oh, a Beverly question. What do we have?
A Beverly question. Okay. Do you know anyone who sleeps with a door or a board under their mattress?
I'm sorry?
Do you know anybody who sleeps with a door or a board under their mattress?
Now, are you meaning structurally to help with the bed to stay up, or do you mean in between the mattress and the box spring?
Like in between the mattress and the box spring. For back support.
Oh, I was going to say, like, I feel like I've seen that in an old episode of something where they said you need to sleep.
You know,
Seinfeld.
Ever did that?
I don't think so. Not that maybe they did, and I'm just not aware of it. Is that common?
It's not, but it's funny. I just discovered that I found out somebody did that. And I was like, damn, this old school. I ain't seen it.
Present
my
day.
grandma.
Okay.
And I was like, no, they don't got the board.
To straighten out their back.
I said, I'm going to have to write that down. That's definitely an ass.
Yeah. Yeah. You
like
got me.
Money in the floorboards.
What's that? Oh, money in floorboards?
Like putting money. Yeah.
Yeah, or burying it in the backyard.
I have not
coffee
seen
cans.
That. Yeah, since my grandma used to sleep with the board on her in the mattress. My grandma used to do that.
Really? Like,
yes.
She was must have been a lot of pain.
You know, they didn't have solutions and doctors and money and stuff for things back then. So people just did the best they can.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I'm frugal.
That's why you and you make the best of it. A couple comments. Sassy says my grandmother used to do that.
See, that's what I'm talking about. When I saw that, I said, damn, no, they not. I ain't even want to say nothing. But they could be watching the show. I don't care. But I'm talking about their ass because I was like, no, they not. If they don't get a new bed with this fucking plywood, whatever it is, mattress.
Dira's Way says, ask Chris Deasy, does your mom wear white diamond?
Oh, no, not the white diamond.
Oh,
Chris, they wrong for that.
No, she wears Lady Stetson. I don't know what you're talking about.
You might as well say she wears Gina Tay.
What if my mom
door?
What if my mom wore Lady Stetson?
You gonna say she wear? What is that? No, I can't even think of it. But I know I'm gonna Picasso.
White diamond. That was low.
Yeah, that is a fragrance, Picasso.
Probably.
That's old school.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great
one. I appreciate it.
I'm gonna read. We have a how they hold them down, Chris.
You know, I love these.
I'm so glad we're getting back to that. Thank you. This one goes out to Venus Smith in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. So remember, good Picassos. If you have stories, DIY, ideas, questions, make sure you submit them to frugalflip@gmail.com.
Final plea. Yes. Frugal Philip hates those emails. Frugal Flip.
Make sure you always put in the subject line what it is. If it's you about to make me say a frugal flip. If it's a BIY, a DYK, how they hold them down, anything that you're submitting, make sure you put it in the subject line. Thank you. So let me read this real quick, and then we can keep it pushing and try to get done in like the next 5 minutes, so we won't be up all night.
We'll see. It's up to you. It's up to you, B.
Let me check this out in the email. And it says, title, First Permanent Makeup Artist. When I was younger in the late 70s, I remember everyone used to call my mother Miss Magic Mary. because she would do wonderful eye makeup for beauty pageants. I loved helping my mother pack up her suitcase full of makeup and supplies, and I always wondered why everything was either blank, no labels, or taped over. I later found out that because my mother could not afford certain expensive makeup, she used to wrap a brown permanent magic marker with white tape and draw on eyebrows. And in a small container, she kept Elmer's glue to dip a brush in brown eyeshadow to fill in the eyebrows. This made the eyebrows last all day.
That is holding it down. B is really
to wrap a brown permanent magic marker with white tape and draw on the eyebrows, and in a small container she kept Elmer's glue to dip a brush in brown eyeshadow to fill the eyebrows in. So she would dip it in the glue and the brush.
Oh my gosh.
This man.
You're disturbed.
I don't even know how to respond to that. I wonder if people ever knew if once their eyebrows was hard and shit, like
they called her Magic Mary. They didn't call her.
That's probably why they called her but I bet you they didn't know what was in them containers. That's probably why she kept the shit blank.
Yeah.
Or wrapped the stuff in white tape. Probably with white duct tape or where you can't see what it or taped over it. Use white tape. Oh, I'm scared of her mama drawing motherfuckers' eyebrows on with a permanent magic marker. Oh, I wonder, do that even wash off your skin?
I mean,
but you know what's funny? If it's in your eyebrows, I don't know. That probably look crazy the next day. I don't even know about that. But that's some funny shit.
Oh yeah, I mean, you'd have to use paint thinner to get those babies off.
Because glue gonna come off. And that's kind of funny how she dips it in the brown to match it up so you won't see the glue. And when it's dry, it dries brown.
Maybe I'll fill in my eyebrows like that next week.
But I'm thinking about, okay, yeah, that'll wash off. But what about the permanent marker? It probably look like just a line in your eyebrows the next day.
Yeah, and you could just say, I mean, maybe something she did diluted it,
but
she would
like Phyllis Diller. You going to work looking like a clown with your eyebrows just drawn in with the brown. Oh, that's wild.
Yeah. Well, they held it down. You don't get that nickname Magic Mary. Mm-hmm.
Wow, I guess that's an old school trick maybe for pageant makeup back in the late, what was that, 70s? Late 70s, I guess, early 80s. All right. Shout out to Venus Smith and Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
Yes.
All right. Next week's co-host.
We got a surprise guest. Yeah, who do you have?
I didn't reach out to him yet, but I am ASAP, tomorrow.
No, he said he was good to go. Yeah.
Yes, Ben Bailey from CashApp. Oh, one of my favorite game shows because I love trivia and shit like that. So I'm
great guy.
Talking about DIY shit.
Funny guy. Yep. He's built a bar recently, I believe, at his place. Yeah.
You guys love CashApp like I do. I am honored that he's going to be on the show.
He's an entertaining guy. He's a funny dude, and again, a lot of great stories from CashApp. He can talk about the reboot and COVID taking that out. So yeah, I'm looking forward to you two getting together.
I used to be trying to stand out in New York and shit, be like, "Where is the CashApp?" I used to be looking for that motherfucker.
Just looking around. Yeah.
And then I know how it runs. Now I know how the show runs. I'm gonna have to holler at your boy and be like, "Man, get me on the show."
That's right. A path. Yeah.
Standing on the New York corner ain't gonna get it.
No.
So I have a show coming up this Friday.
Oh, okay. Hello.
Yes. The West Trend Ballroom. And I'm looking forward to that show. It's just going to be fun. I'm going to be in and out. It's a party. They're going to be kicking it up in that bitch. So that's why it's only two of us. That's how I know they ain't coming to hear comedy, Chris. It's only two people. Aisha's bringing me out. I'm doing my thing and they hurry up because we trying to party.
Oh, they're trying to. I got you.
Party.
I like the opener headliner move. That's just getting right into it.
Like, well, you ain't got to do that much time. When I was doing my contract, I was like, what? They was like, no, it ain't the comedy show. We just love you. We want you to, get the party started. You know how you do your thing, and Aisha's gonna bring you out. I was like, that'll work. Shit. So this is gonna be a fun one because they're gonna be kicking it.
Beautiful.
And I'm looking forward to this. I can't wait to go to St. Croix.
Now, someone from St. Croix was in the chat earlier, and I'm sorry I missed it. Yeah.
I am looking forward to that.
That's a big one.
Father's Day will be here before you know it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit, it's already Mother's Day. Happy early Mother's Day to all the moms out there.
Yeah, Sunday is, speaking of moms, Sunday will be the third Mother's Day for Two Funny Mamas. Wow.
Oh, that's what's up.
Starting year 3. Yeah. Crazy.
Well, it'll be the first one.
Of course you made it. Of course you made it.
What'd you say, Chris? I always find a moment to make yes, especially on my show.
I'm into it. I appreciate it. Oh, Lori's from St. Croix. There you go, Lori. And Sean wants you to come to Cleveland.
Well, Sean wants me to come to Cleveland to perform, do a flugel flip, or sell now-laters on the boardwalk. Did we get a poll in terms of?
Oh, we did.
Yeah. Are we doing this as a project? Are we doing the tiered shelf and my little bicycle planter propagator as a group project next week? If not, I got a group project. I got a project I can do, but
almost 100 votes, 66% will be participating.
Oh, well, that'll work. Then I'm gonna go and post my shit.
Because yes, they're fly.
Oh, well, I'm definitely doing that. I'm definitely doing it, and I'm gonna have different materials that people can choose from, that they can pull from around the house, so we can be ready to go. And don't forget, when you make these projects, please take pictures of them and send them to me so that I can post them on the Frugal Flip page. I love doing that, and I'm excited. I'm really getting this kick of the and the hang and the feel of the social media and the posts, thanks to the guidance of Daphne and her posting and helping me, figure out when they do. Yeah, and the good times to do it and all this kind of shit. So now that I kind of got it down pat, I have so much content, it's just a matter of getting it out there. And when to do it. Like, I had shit today. She's like, no, save that for Thursday. I was like, okay. Because I was like, I got 4 more things I should post. So she doesn't want me to wear out.
Yeah, no reason to.
I have to learn this algorithm and shit. All I need to do is ask Sherri.
Sounds like she. Don't get me started.
She got her down pat.
Kym kills it. Sherri, shaking my head every day. She cracks me up. She's the best. Oh man.
I'm working on it. I'm in the middle. All I'm doing is working. I'm new to this, but I'm true to this. And don't forget, I do it for the love. I don't do it for the likes.
Okay.
Because there ain't nothing but love on this show.
It's all love. And
I'm ready to go out.
And I want to apologize. There haven't been any other negative comments to read, so my bad.
No. Well, Chris, when I'm dancing out, oh man, no negative comments.
Wait, hang on. Hey, wait. Here's a negative comment. Winna's from South Jersey. That doesn't sound very nice.
Oh, you funny for that.
No,
well, I'm CashApp.
Shout out. I'm sure South Jersey's great. I hope you understand I'm joking.
Carissa, this going off the air dance is for Carissa and Misty.
I was about to say, are you going to dance for Carissa and Misty?
Yes. No, I always got to start. This one to lean back.
Lean back?
You got to lean back on that.
Everybody, you better be back next Tuesday. Check B's Instagram. She's going to put up all that information for your live stream craft DIY needs. It's been a great show. Ben Bailey from Cash Cab next week. You're going to have a blast. He's a lot of fun. Thank you to everybody for tuning in. All the great comments, all the love. We'll see you next
Yes.
week, 8 p.m. Central.
See you
Bye,
next
everybody.
week, Stilettos. That's
Thanks,
for
Key.
love.
Thanks, Grace.